Just found myself a pretty decent sniper. Nice. That's the strangest break I've ever seen in a cigarette, but I think I could repair it. Anyway, that feller from earlier today that was Grrd and throwing his tantrum, he come back tonight and he peed right next to my car. And I heard the word asshole. Were they talking about me? They must have been. How'd they know my name? Who told them? Alright, so anyway, that feller, I got him recorded. He come up to me, peed next to my vehicle, started yelling shit about Nebraska football. Well, first he asked me who the fuck I was. I let him know. I said, my name's Sean Schwartz. I don't give a fuck who you are. Why'd you ask? But no, I didn't ask him that. What I did is I made sure that I started recording it. As soon as I saw him fucking walk up next to me, or walk up next to my vehicle and whip out his willy, I was like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this shit. I hope them youngins talk to him, and hopefully he's not going to come back and be a douchebag. But he sure as fuck did come back and be a douchebag, didn't he? Yeah. Of course, I let him know I wasn't going to take his bottles in for him anymore. That's not what this whole situation was about, though. This situation wasn't about his bottles. This is about him looking for somebody he could take his shit out on. Great target of opportunity and all that. Some predators, they got a specific type, or someone very specific. So what they'll do is they'll spend all their time finding every little piece of information they can about that person. And well, there are also those who are opportunists. These are ones who go, you know what? That girl's walking by herself. There's nobody up the street that way. There's nobody down the street that way. Well, shit, I got me a freebie. Not all of the victims are female, just so you know. Matter of fact, statistically, most of these victims are actually male homeless people. God, I fucked the back of my head up right here. I smacked it real hard earlier. So, let me find my lighter. Maybe I'll even find some marijuana here tonight. Alright. There's a delay between when I press record and when it actually starts. And sometimes it's about 5 seconds, sometimes it's about 10 seconds, sometimes that's marijuana. No, it's not. Sometimes. Oh, jewelry, cool. Of course, I picked up trash, so now my natural inclination is to go find a garbage can to throw it in. Downtown here it was a little harder to throw trash away before 4th of July. But, like, just prior to 4th of July, what the hell is this? That's strange. It says, look how beautiful you are. It's got a little parachute dude and an eagle. I gotta show you this. This is just cute. So we're gonna take a picture of it. I found this in that planter right there. It says, look how beautiful you are. Now we're gonna put this back in the planter. It's been there a while. I'm surprised nobody found it. Welcome to Wrrnt, random acts of kindness. Take out what you found in the box. It's your gift. Then put something back in that you created, found, or want to share, and hide it someplace for someone else to find. Have a great day. And the thing on top of it says open me. So I'm actually going to put this back where I found it. We're going to allow that to be for the next person. And for now, we can get back to the original plan, which is going around to the parking meters. A ball in here, and hey, that's pretty cool. Anyway, we'll continue on our, oh, fucking A. Check change machines, and of course find ourselves a garbage can. It doesn't look like the garbage cans that I thought were here actually are. There's probably one across the street, so I'll check there. As far as that alcoholic guy goes, I'm sure he's got a name. I'm sure there's a human being trapped somewhere inside of there. I found a penny. That's good.
Hey. We're shitty. Watch out.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. All right, so I think we got about 20 more of those parking meters to check. We will get enough for coffee in the morning. I got a penny already. I feel rich. Oh my God. Oh. Anytime I'm downtown at night, it's probably a good idea to have my phone on. Most of the time there's not going to be a problem or an issue. But when there is a problem or an issue, it's caught if I'm recording. Caught on camera. But if I'm not recording, it's not like somebody's going to let me go, hey man, could you hold up a minute on beating me up or assaulting me or threatening to kill me so that I can pull out my camera and videotape it? Yeah, that's not exactly a happening thing. It's another decent snack. Shit, I'm not gonna need to go through any ashtrays tomorrow. Badass. Hopefully that'll keep me from scaring people just by existing. That seems to be a common thing. Oh, there's a bunch of youngins all nicely dressed. Is it prom? God, they all look like fucking little kids. I'm pretty sure it's prom or something. I don't know, maybe homecoming or... God, it's July. I don't know. It don't make no sense to me. I guess anybody under the age of 30 looks like a kid to me, so there is that. Um, as far as the situation with that guy goes, if it gets severe enough that I gotta go to the police, I still need somebody to go in with me. Tonight, we probably could have dealt with that situation with the police right then and there, but it didn't need to be escalated, and it didn't need to turn into some big issue with a whole bunch of people. And thus far, it hasn't. Myself, Jacob, that guy, and one other feller. Although two other fellers showed up right after that and were joining in on a conversation. You can actually hear the conversation. They were talking about how one of the guys there wasn't supposed to go back to one of the camps because he got a protection order. He didn't even know he had it. Dang. Oh my god, there's a pill there on the ground. I don't want to. Fuck it. As long as we videotape it, right? Alright. We found us a pill. I don't know what kind of pill it is. And I'm not sure how to safely dispose of it. But I know I sure as hell don't want it. It ought to be alright in the garbage can. Hello. Yes, another good snipe. I'm the luckiest bastard on planet Earth. Oh, damn. Close to the luckiest bastard. This one's empty. Alright. Next machine. Should we go north or south? Oh, lovely. Someone vomited. God, that's hot. Maybe we should see if there's any snipes. No, I'm just messing with you. Obviously, it ain't a big secret that I'm not a big fan of human beings. I love them, I just can't stand some bitches. Just something wrong with them. You know, we got a lot of really screwed up abstract thinking. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a few abstract animals that think in an abstract way. You know, such as those such as those primates that use tools. Sure, they're not making axes or hatchets. They're just putting a stick in an ant mound or throwing coconuts. I guess the one on the Discovery Channel I was watching, they weren't actually throwing coconuts. I couldn't tell what it was, but they were not in a region that looked as if it had coconuts. The title to that last video, matter of fact, I want to bring that up because I know I get kind of sidetracked on a lot of the stuff that's going on. I obviously am on a mission, so I'm sidetracked more than usual. I suppose I'll probably make a loop up north just after this one. That's two situations with the same guy in one day, so it is something I'm paying attention to, and he's someone I'm paying attention to. Glasses. Broken glasses. I should just start me a broken glasses collection. Oh, all this needs to fix is a little bit of super glue. Whoever these belong to got lucky, except for the fact that they dropped them and left them. Of course, they broke it, but it broke clean out of the socket, so you can just put some super glue on the socket and it'll be good to go. Oh, no change. Hello, hey Dean. All right. Oh, that's a beautiful pile, ain't it? This is one of the local bars. Of course, not allowed to smoke inside of the bar. You gotta come outside. For me, being as I don't drink, I don't actually go into the bars. Once in a while, when I was spending too much time by myself in chapel, I'd go into the bar there just to try to socialize for a few. Oh, there is a lot of garbage here. Being as it's the bar crowd that's out, they are probably not prom like I thought it was. It's just all these youngins wearing nice suits and shit. Just, I don't know, I guess at my age, everybody under the age of 30 looks fucking 12. Bonjour, gentlemen. A lot of the stuff I'm dealing with as far as the homeless community goes here, it's not new. It's not new to me at all. It's new people, and of course, most of us out on the streets been kicked enough where it's hard to trust anybody and hard to let anybody into camp. Now me, I'm bad news. Now that guy yelled at me that I was not safe. Oh, he's absolutely right. I've known I'm not safe since I was probably 6 years old. I'm well aware of the fact that I'm not safe. I'm nowhere close to safe. Hello. I don't live on Planet Bumper Pool. I'm not living on Planet Cosmic Bowling. I live on planet Earth. Welcome to Earth, people. Oh, found a penny. All right. That's a good start. Yeah, penny. And of course, we got the metal box here that sometimes distributes cash. But not always. And of course, with Dean, when he walked by and he stopped and played his guitar, I probably could have hit him up and asked him for some weed. He's usually got some, according to a lot of the folks here, but they also say you don't really want to accept weed from him because if he forgets that he gave it to you, he might throw an unholy hell of a fucking tantrum. And that's not pleasant for anybody. I guess he's been known to give away all of his pot and then not remember that he gave away all of his pot and then go accuse the wrong person of stealing his pot. Which, you know, it happens. Especially when you got somebody that's got the issues that Dean does. I'm pretty close to them issues too. I mean, they're driving me to it. Goddamn, they're driving me to it. You know the difference between the people who got paid money for being victimized by Waylon Lolatai and myself? They had people in their lives who actually cared. Waylon Lolatai got away with assaulting me because no one cared. Nobody actually cared. If they actually cared, they would have come forward. They would have helped me instead of telling me, oh, it won't work, it won't work. Are you sure? Because I see it working for literally hundreds of other people. What I needed help with so that I could turn in Waylon Lolatai safely. 3 of his victims already got paid a substantial amount of cash because he victimized them. When you guys say, oh, it'll never work, I'm asking you to tell the truth. How the fuck is telling the truth not going to work? How the hell is making a police report not going to work? That's what you're supposed to do, stupid. How the hell do you think we're going to stop the abuse if you aren't willing to go to the police, aren't going to try to go to the police, aren't going to record anything? Basically, you want to make it your word versus mine, and I, of course, am against that. Any homeless person who's not against that is a fucking skeezer who's after your shit. Not cool. Alright, one moment. I gotta dress my tobacco here by tearing out the ass end, tearing half of the fluff out, and then doubling it up and stuffing it back in the hole. Alright, voila, surgery accomplished. We're back on the road. Some people will look for any excuse to be assholes. And you know, that guy that wanted to be an asshole to me, wanted to threaten me and wanted to throw a beer bottle. And that thing damn near hit me. He's got some pretty good aim for being a drinker. But he did miss. I want to point that out. And he did miss by a significant enough margin that I'm pretty sure I did not get any beer on me. Of course, with the delay, I think right at the very beginning you might be able to hear like the last second or two of the drag, but you can definitely see the spilled liquid and stuff. That wasn't called for from that guy. If you're gonna throw shit at me, yeah, I'm gonna fucking pull out my camera. Did I pull out my camera when he was throwing shit? No, I already had it pulled out and already had it started. I just got that fucking delay. I pulled out my camera when I noticed he was taking a piss right next to my vehicle and fucking screaming some shit at my vehicle. What it was, I don't fucking know. Drunken gibberish, I suppose. The rest of his words were pretty comprehensible. I'm not even sure if that's the word I was digging for, but fuck it, it's close enough. Y'all get my meaning. This is a routine I had in Boulder too. Walk around to all the parking meters, try to find enough change for coffee in the morning, for myself at least, and possibly one other. Oh, that was a good push. I'm farting. Alright, none there neither. I'll cry about it later. So, this one I titled it a little bit different name. Because the one where that guy was throwing shit, I just typed some letters real quick and pressed enter, start recording. As long as he was screaming, I was wanting to get it recorded before he tried to do something stupid and violent. It's too bad I didn't actually get to film that thing flying through the air at me. Now I should probably is this one of those situations where I'm supposed to call the cops and say he attempted to assault me with a weapon? I mean, he literally did. But also, I don't want the problems with the homeless community that come with that. He's a big boy, though, isn't he? Ain't much physical fight left in me. I always hated fighting. Always. I'll argue with the best of them. That was one of the greatest things between me and Brandon Jeffson. Sometimes we'd trade arguments. That was the game that we'd play. Basically, I would have to argue the point that he was going to argue, and he has to argue the point that I was going to argue. Pretty flowers. Oh, and I just found a quarter. Yeah. That makes me happy. All right. Now the situation with that guy not letting it go and just keeping on pushing it, this isn't one of those situations where you're not able to let something go. This isn't. It's just not. Matter of fact, this is one of those situations where you do get to walk away. You don't have to be a dick. I got a pretty good sixth sense about when I should probably start recording something. And I'm usually right. But there's plenty of times that I didn't have a sixth sense about it, or I didn't have my camera out fast enough. So I got a lot of recordings that's just me basically talking to myself, keeping myself busy and making sure that I try to speak the whole time that this thing is recording, because as long as I'm speaking, somebody might watch the video and possibly care what I'm saying. Doubtful, but they might. And if there's a long period of pause, like there is when I'm trying to make a video, but I'm so exhausted I can barely stay awake. You know what it takes when I am that tired for me to continue? It takes me falling asleep for just a couple of seconds. It's that twilight in between. It's when you're so exhausted you can barely keep your eyes open, but you're not quite asleep. And then you get just one step past that, and that's when you are in the dream state already. I had a pretty long nightmare. There's a lady who was there. I'm trying to remember who the fuck it was. Anyway, I had a pretty shitty dream, and I was pretty well stuck in it. And when I woke up, I asked the lady how long I was sleeping for. She said, oh, about 30 seconds. Like, fuck. That's not pleasant. And my body will shock itself awake with stuff like that. Sometimes 5, 6, 7, 8 times a night. I get a graphic image of someone who died. You know, I don't usually get the graphic images of the bodies I've seen anymore. I get graphic images of what my friends might have looked like. I see Mowgli with his neck broken. He broke it on the swing. It goes over.
So they're all probably pretty damn good. Yeah. What do you mean, thank you? If he didn't recognize any name other than LeBron, oh, yeah, but like, he recognizes everybody's name, obviously he's not going to say. That's fucking terrible take. LeBron,
Alright, so I think we probably got close to 30 cents or so towards my next coffee. And it costs $2.65 for a coffee. So we could do some math, but I'm too fucking lazy right now.
I know. The reason why I got the soda one is because it folds down. Oh, that's pretty sick. But it's thick. But you're talking about the dog one.
Alright, I gotta sit down. You know, I jumped through all these hoops before Natalie was killed so that I could get help stopping the abuse. I went to all these people. I went to Brenda Dickinson. I went to Veronica Bruce. I went to Joanna Taylor Smith. I went to Dual County Sheriff's Department. I mean, I went to a lot of people trying to get help. Went to Maddie Boa. Fuck, she was about as mean can get. But then again, I'm not allowed to show that evidence because I don't have access to it. They took what they wanted out of it and then destroyed it. Facebook has zero accountability. None. And that needs to change. Threats, harassment, and intimidation that was allowed in their groups on their platform. You guys want to pretend I'm a bad person because I reacted to a shit ton of fucking abuse. Like I'm a bad person for screaming for help when I'm being abused. And you guys, you won't even look. You won't even fucking look. That's insanity, people. Complete and total fucking insanity. I don't want bad stuff to happen to that drunk guy, but you know what? I also got to pay attention to the fact that he ain't exactly all there in the head. I got to understand it's because of the alcohol. I just found a hat that's covered in cork. That's just strange. In a state of wine, Sagesio Family Vineyards. Well, I'm not a Sagesio, so not my vineyard. and I don't drink. I'm running out of things to talk about. I got a lot of things internally in my head that I'm thinking about, but also that's a lot of stuff I can't really put on the videos because it could put some of the victims at even further risk. It'll put a couple of the predators at risk too, and I'm not about my predators dying. Yes, they deserve to die. We all deserve to die. Every one of us deserve to die. All right, good. There was a stick across the top of this, and it kind of made it look for a second like a hypodermic needle. I don't know. Maybe we'll see the vineyard as we walk. I don't know. We see the vineyard, I can drop it off, right? Yeah, screw it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it'll stay there. But I'd like the person to be able to find it. I don't know. I got it. On top of the trash can. It's black, sticks out like a sore fucking thumb. Perfect. Our mission for tonight is accomplished. Hopefully whoever lost their hat finds it. Ladies and gentlemen. We got a couple more parking meters we're approaching. That's right, I rob the armored boxes. I just grab what's in the coin slots. I don't break them open with a crowbar or anything like that. Sometimes you actually find money out here. Not all the time. I mean, usually you might find a few cents here and there on the ground, but not usually bills. Although I did find a $20 bill the other day over by the Walmart. I also had a guy, I seen him parked down by not the marina, what's that thing called? Well, down by the water. And after he left, there's this thing that looks like a fabric boomerang. It turns out it's part of one of those funky wakeboard thingies that they got. It covers up the bottom fin, so that guy gave me $20 too. So I was able to make it a couple of days on that. That's a pretty good quantity of money actually to just find. BPOE. Huh. That didn't feel good. Alright, let's do this properly. This is a stick up. Give me all your money.
Give it.
Give it money.
Nope, this one's broke. We're gonna have to arrest it for being broke. Well, it's American way, ain't it? But I got a stick out of the deal. Woohoo! Stick this in your collection. Yup, it's totally bone by a stick. Woohoo! Bad jokes. I'll be here all day with not getting any sleep last night and not getting any sleep today. I'm surprised I'm still able to walk. If I try to keep busy and keep talking, then hopefully I won't realize how much pain I'm actually in. That doesn't actually work as well as I wish that it did. Oh, you can wish away the pain. The pain is all in your brain. Sure. I mean, I understand that the nerves are all connected to your brain, and it's your brain that ultimately gives you the, hey, you're in pain signal. I get that it has to go through the nerves and actually travel to the brain to do that. It's all pretty interesting stuff and all that, but alright, there's folks on that side of the street. I'm not against them. I don't hate them. And there might be some decent sized cigarettes on that side of the road, so I'm gonna go check. I don't know, groups of people usually freak me out, so. Oh my god, there's a good one. Alright, got me a nasty ass tobacco stick. I must be king of the world.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
I did offer to carry the glass.
One of the problems with talking and walking is sometimes I run into people. Or almost. There's another tobacco. Oh, that one's not any good, but it's alright. I'll find a garbage can somewhere along this route. I think there is one more of those parking things here. Right over there. So I'm gonna go to that one and, of course, check it for some change. I don't know, beyond that, no change, no cigarettes. Alright, this is a situation I should mind my own business in. Do you think I'll get shot? I could get really loud. Is this one of those occasions where I should scream no means no as loud as I can? She's telling him to get out of her car and he's not getting out. Alright guys, anytime I really don't want to mind my business. What I want to do is go drag him out of the car. Not to hurt him. Alright, she's getting more high pitched. Was this one of those situations where I should do something crazy? Maybe start screaming, "Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way." I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think smashing her window with a rock is gonna help. I'm supposed to mind my business. That's what everybody says. Mind your business, Sean. Mind your business. So do I mind my business? Is that the right thing to do? If I find out this young woman ended up a corpse in the morning, I'm not going to feel good about it afterwards. There, I did what you guys tell me to do. I minded my business. Nothing better happened to her. I feel really gross right now. I know that when there's alcohol involved, people do stupid shit. I also know how often alcohol is involved in domestic assault, domestic abuse, and also that it has quite an effect on people, increases the chances of them killing somebody. And you're more likely to do something stupid like murder somebody when you're drunk. And yeah, in a court of law, they're not going to give you leniency for being drunk like I do, like most Nebraskans do. Oh, he was just drunk. Oh, he was just drunk. Well, when it comes to beating women, I don't give a fuck if you're drunk. When it comes to beating on men, I don't give a fuck if you're drunk. When it comes to the physical violence, yeah, I'm not okay with that. I think I just found a full cigarette. Her car, she told him not to get in. She told him to get out repeatedly. Like, I should have done something. Before, I would have just taken the ass whooping. I'm fine with the ass whoopings. No, they're not pleasant, but it's more pleasant than the alternative. It's more pleasant than your friend becoming a corpse. And sure, your friend might be a complete and total stranger to me, but you know what? I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with minding my business. It's bullshit. discolored, it got wet. That's alright, I'll survive it. You know, there are two choices that every one of these people had. Two choices. They could either help me to stop the abuse, or they could kill me. They chose to kill me. They chose to show me that no matter what, they'll let anybody harm me at any point in time. And y'all are fine with it. You know, when I say no victim left behind, I mean it. Not all victims are men. Not all victims are women. Right now, there's a lady who just walked past me, so I'm allowing her to get a distance between her and I. Strolling real slow, that way she doesn't get all afraid that I might be following her. We done trained American women to be paranoid schizophrenics. So, although not all of them are gonna act that way, I do gotta be aware of it and pay attention to it. I know that if somebody comes out of a bar looking for a fight, chances are pretty good they're gonna try picking it with someone like me as opposed to, well, another bar patron. You get into a fight with other bar patrons, well, you might go to jail. If you go beat up a homeless person, nobody gives two shits. A puppy! You're good? Oh my God, I just startled that poor dog while it was sleeping. Oh. I mean, I'm not mad at myself. You know, obviously I didn't know the dog was in there sleeping when I was sticking my fingers in the change machine. Sorry, parking meter. All right. We can afford to pick up a couple of pieces of garbage here. It ain't gonna kill us. All right. Oh, here's another piece of garbage. The place looks all right. Okay. Well, more trash. All right. Bonjour, gentlemen. Sometimes I wish Ted Bollinger would come at me with a hammer. I wish that Tim Beeson would keep his word too. Come and get me, motherfuckers, before I get you. You're gonna have to kill me before I get your ass into court, so the race is on. However, with my sister being threatened and my niece being threatened, we need to get that hashed out in court. That needs to happen. If Tara's really at risk and the cops are threatening her, well, I do have to kill people in that situation, do I not? No, I don't have to. See, that's where you guys are so screwed up. A lot of people, they want to tell me, oh, well, you're a coward because you didn't go shoot those chimos. Well, I got a question. Did you shoot those chimos? No, you didn't. Did you help those chimos to get away? Yes, you did. So, yeah. I said I would turn them in, and I've done my best to do so. I didn't make any of you cowards. I didn't make any of you idiots. Now then, of course, there's the hell is that? Best Western Rewards. The thing is, nobody helped me for an entire year before Natalie was killed. Nobody cared to even listen. And you get to see afterwards, same shit. Sure, they'll give me the fucking lip service, but they're fucking bullshitting me. And yes, that is taking advantage of me. Giving me promises that you're gonna help if I expend money on this or I expend my money on that, and I buy you what you want. You don't keep your word. Keep on telling me I gotta do this and I gotta do that. If I do all these things, you'll help me. You make me do those things by myself. And then you treat me like shit when I don't get the outcome that you expected. Well, I could have told you it wasn't gonna work. You made me do it by myself. I didn't come to you to tell me to do it by myself again. I came to you because I was of the mistaken belief that you weren't a punk-ass little bitch. But I've been wrong before, and I admit when I'm wrong. Todd Ryan Case is a punk-ass little bitch. You know, that one right there, that I didn't see coming. I didn't see Todd Ryan Case turning into a punk-ass little bitch like that. Case Slayton Morse? Yeah, I did expect it out of him. You gotta know your bitches. I thought Todd was a stand-up guy. I already knew that Case Morse was a little bitch. On the bright side, I've only got like, I don't know, 300 more parking meters to check before I have enough for coffee in the morning, but there aren't 300 parking meters left, so walk through the north part of the parking lot here and see if there's any monies. No, just stuff that blew in. All right. This is the mostest fun I had all week. Really. Alright, let's see how rich we are. Here's our pirate's booty for the evening so far. Uh, 25, 30 something cents. Here's one of the things about the homeless laws and, of course, the man laws. Don't follow that shit. Especially not the man laws. The homeless laws are supposed to keep us from getting victimized by the police. Make yourself small, make yourself scarce. Out of sight, out of mind. But then there's people who are offended by you no matter where you go, and they're going to call you in. I know better than to ask an alcoholic for help. There's some of these people, they might be alcoholics, they might just be drunks, or they might have just been drinking on that particular occasion. Veronica Bruce, the way that she treated me when I called her up for help, all the way back in 2017, I mean, I was trying to jump through all these hoops to try to make it so the cops got to do their fucking jobs. So they have to do something about these people threatening, harassing, and intimidating me, and the people assaulting me. But every time I had somebody to help me with the developmental disability paperwork, cops did everything they could to cut me off. The very cops I was trying to turn in, how is that legal? Oh yeah, it's not. It's not legal in any state. This qualified immunity crap is bullshit. And then the cops are allowed to withhold evidence. It's against the law, but who cares? Qualified immunity, right? Ah, there's a familiar symbol. No, it's not. For a moment, I thought that was the Pax Romana symbol, or the Roman peace. But I was wrong. Alright, I think my car is about a block up. This video's over an hour long. You get to see I made, what, like, what would you guess, 37 cents? I made about 37 cents in an hour. That's not enough to get a coffee anywhere. Alright, here's my car right over there. That guy with the blanket I was showing y'all earlier in one of them videos, that's the guy that Drew was saying is schizophrenic. And the one that I videoed that was, well, he threw his beer at me. That guy was a different guy. Now well, that's cool. Also, I think I found a big ass joint under somebody's car. Nope, it's a wet cigarette. I was gonna show you. I found a bunch of those little butt ends of the pot, and I've been throwing them away. I don't want these people's pot privileges getting taken away just because some of them are assholes. Those of us who were raised in the 1980s and early 90s, we're different than the rest of y'all. We're not as racist as the generations before us. We're not as racist as the generations after us. The reason for that is because we were the first generation to grow up with minorities starting in kindergarten. And that's just a great thing. But then we got the internet that wanted to bring it back and throw it all in our faces. Great. That's swell. Alright, we're back to my car. Doesn't look like anybody broke anything. Also doesn't look like we made enough for coffee, does it? Oh my god, my back itches. I'm wearing a hoodie so I don't get all eaten up by mosquitoes, but then I get to sweating too much, which is also itchy, especially since I have a bunch of mosquito bites that I scratched until they're scabs. So the salt from my sweat agitates it and then it itches. Alright. Thank goodness I do have a lot of evidence still. But there's also a lot of evidence I don't have access to. What Leslie Snell did, what Scott DaCosta did, and what that judge did, they knew was a felony for each of them. Actually, it was multiple felonies for each of them, but who's counting? Yes, it's highly illegal for them to do that, but only if you care. Only if you speak up. It's only illegal if you care. When you say you shouldn't care what other people think, yes, you should. None of these people bothered to look at evidence until Mandy Singer. None of them. I mean, hell, even Shannon Alvarado, when she took, what was it, like 37 pictures in like 4 hours? That's not very much, but it was because she was busy talking. She wasn't actually reading the stuff that she was taking pictures of. And then, of course, she wanted to do this whole messing around professional photography thing, but then she couldn't even focus on that because she had to stop because she was drunk and start talking again. Oh. And then, of course, I got nasty dew claws. Can't find my fingernail clippers. Those things are pretty, aren't they? I didn't message Logan and Shayna tonight like I was planning on. Is it after midnight? Yeah, it's 12:52. It's almost an hour after midnight. Fuck it, I'll give myself a good scratch down. I'm not going to be able to sleep. Which sucks. Like, I just need to sleep. If I had a dog, I'd go right to sleep. And Shannon Alvarado, she had a dog. I believe her name was Sadie, and she put me to sleep every night. Honestly, I'm more grateful for the dog than I am for Shannon. Shannon was able to get me some useful information, but she never helped me to turn it in. She never made any effort to turn it in. She just wanted to argue, just like all of these other people wanted to argue. Oh, it won't do any good. No, it's literally the only way that it does do any good. It's literally the only way to do it. I mean, how are you going to get a crime investigated if you never fill out a police report? If you never try to turn in a police report? And then it's doing it by yourself. Well, yeah, they're going to blow you off. It's just you. Plus, most of y'all, of course, you play ignorant. I say play ignorant because many of these people, they're intelligent enough and educated enough that they do know better. I am asking for at least jail time, if not prison time, for Megan Missigatis. I'm asking for Marcia Estrada. Well, that's a toss-up. Whether or not she was gaslighting me with Penny Cooper, or if Penny Cooper was just being a lazy piece of shit. But there's the stuff that Marcia Estrada has done after the fact, and that's the stuff that I'm not okay with her doing. If you don't do your jobs, you shouldn't get paid for it. That's how I feel about Penny Cooper. That's how I feel about Jen Beebe. That's how I feel about Marcia Estrada. If an at-risk adult is telling you about their abuse and trying to show you the evidence of the abuse, yeah, you do need to look. I'm doing what I was instructed to do. All these things that you claim, oh, it'll never work, it's not going to work. Well, you can look. Zayd Atkinson, it did work. It did work. Didn't it? You stupid piece of shit. Look at Sammy Leon Lawrence IV. It did work. You stupid piece of shit. The difference is I had what? Fake friends. That's who I had to go to for help. People who were going to say one thing and do another. People who were going to ignore the situation, lie to me, and then ignore it some more. People who are going to go out of their way to play fucking victim because they're friends with my predators, and they didn't realize that some of my predators were their friends until after they'd already made empty promises. Now, we did on one of our walks out here, I believe it was last week, or maybe, I think it was just a few days into the week before. And we found them magic mushrooms in a bag sitting on the sidewalk. Did I touch that baggie? Nope. Not interested in hallucinogenics. I'm not interested in cocaine. I'm not interested in heroin. What I'm interested in is turning in these goddamn predators, you fucking pieces of shit. It's not my fault that you chose to gaslight me. You know, if you aren't able to help for 2 weeks, you know, that I can kind of understand depending on your situation. But 6 years, no, you're a fucking piece of shit. I got a lot of people on my channel still, or on my my Facebook still. That I've told to leave repeatedly. People like Chris Ibsen, and Chris Ibsen, she actually apologized for the way that she treated me. I can respect that. If you can admit that you fucked up, we can work with each other. The problem is, this ain't working together with anybody. When people help me, we do what they want. When what they want isn't what I need to turn in the fucking predators, well, yeah, we're gonna have a conflict of interest between you and I. We're probably gonna possibly even exchange some words. I'm not a very fucking nice guy when it comes to Terrence. Did you like how I said that? I was watching one of them shows earlier. You know, the ones where it's a electronic announcer or electronic, what do you call it? God, Morgan Freeman does it. And James Earl Jones narrating. Spent so long trying to find that word, I forgot what it is that I needed the word for. That's one of the situations that arises from fatigue. If anything happens to my sister or my niece, what do you think the chances are of me going and wholesale slaughtering people? I didn't wholesale slaughter people when Natalie died. I didn't wholesale slaughter anyone when Jamie took the boy away. And I didn't wholesale slaughter anyone when I realized my brother is just a drug now. I've killed a grand total of 0 people in my lifetime. However, there are 3 deaths that I do take to heart very personally. You know, the first one that I take very personally is Christopher Weaver's son. I was there when he was born. And Lexi Delgado, that was the mother, she insisted on forcing this baby into my hands, even though I said I was gross, even though I said I was nasty, even though I explained that I sleep where people go to the bathroom. But she put that baby in my arms, and if I hadn't caught that baby would have hit the floor. Lexi was... Fuck, she's nuttier than fucking school turds. Anyway, I'm back to my car. Evening, folks. They're poking Smart. Although it's very strange, she's in a nice, pretty dress with an evil scowl like that. I wasn't trying to be unfriendly by saying hello, and I wasn't trying to touch anybody's balls. But scowling at somebody for saying hello, that's just weird. And of course, it's a man and a woman in the group. I wasn't saying hello specifically into one or the other. I was just saying hello to the group, even though it's a small group. He didn't scowl at me. He looked the other way and continued hitting his joint. Now, of course, that is illegal. Is this something that we're going to call the cops about? No. That lady earlier in that car, that's going to eat me up. That right there is something that, yeah, fuck. Probably should have called the cops about. But some dude walking down the street smoking a joint, yeah, that's some homeless shit there. I don't mean the walking down the street smoking a joint. I mean being a punk-ass bitch enough to call somebody in for walking down the street smoking a joint. Ain't no kids supposed to be out this time of night anyway. time of the morning. Sorry. Alright. We'll see if we're smart enough to get my door closed. I don't really feel like I'm safe to drive right now. I might puke. Last 3 times I saw Dean, he didn't even talk. He just stopped, strummed his guitar for a minute, and then walked on. Natalie and Alicia Bollinger and Maddie Boa cut me off from all of my loved ones, all of my positivity, all in one foul swoop because they were embarrassed. And no matter what, I was never allowed to defend myself. I was never allowed to show evidence. So now I gotta try to press charges against a lot of people who took advantage of me. That includes Jeff Ritter. That includes my little sister. That even includes Amanda DeMett. God, that cop is really whipping around them corners.
So I would guess you walk the rest of the way back to your house.
No fun. Oh, that's amusing. There's more than one cop car, and they're both driving around this block. So I guess I'm gonna drive my happy ass to the park and ride and try to get some sleep. This shit's not okay. This is definitely not okay. The thing that bugs me the most about Megan Mistigatis is that she literally went out of her way not to do anything useful. She went out of her way not to record those conversations. She went out of her way not to try to get that information into court. And then she wanted to treat me like shit when I called her out on it. Well, you can go ahead. That just shows what a piece of shit you are. You should have told the truth, fuck nugget. I don't owe it to you to be nice and courteous. I don't. I don't owe it to you to keep your fucking secrets. That's a courtesy. A courtesy that I can rescind at any point in time. If I give you the opportunity and the chance to come forward on your own, you should have taken it. You should have fucking taken it. But you're a dumbass. And then you want to complain that it's on the internet. No. You allowed people to harm me for 6 fucking years, you fucking piece of shit. Told me you loved me, promised me you were gonna help me, swore up and down. I don't need your swearing. I know that people can't help me with everything. They could have at the very beginning. Anybody before Natalie Bollinger was killed could have helped me with that. Anyone. Mark Swanigan, Joanna Taylor-Smith, Derek Parrish. But yeah, you think that pretty words fix everything. Yeah, pretty words fix it. No, the fuck it doesn't. Your pretty words. Did your pretty words stop people from threatening me? Did your pretty words stop people from harassing me? Did your pretty words stop me from being fucking assaulted? No, you fucking piece of shit. Here's what my friend showed me. My friend showed me that I never had friends. I was their friend, not the other way around. Because when it interrupted their party, or interrupted their drug flow, yeah, I wasn't human, was I? I'm still not considered human to any of you people. None of you believe that I should have the right to face my accusers. None of you believe that I should have the right to show evidence. None of you believe that I should be treated like a human being, or you would do something to help me get treated like a human being. This shit is inhumane. I can't take care of myself. I can't defend myself. I can't protect myself. These are 3 very major problems. I went to the people that you're supposed to go to about that, and they all told me it's not their fucking job. Megan Mistigatis may want to dip out. She doesn't get to. She doesn't get to dip out. Now she's got to face felony charges, and I got to find somebody to help me turn her in. This shit is not okay. Now, the reason for those cops, that one that I spoke with earlier, the whole explanation about their officers, it's not his fault that those officers did what they did, but at the same time, they did what they did. They also committed more crimes, and I tried to turn in those officers. But literally through all this, I gotta go in by myself. You think we could, I don't know, set up a schedule to fucking go in and actually do something? Meanwhile, we're gonna have to go in without the evidence because I don't have a place to fucking go through all that shit. See, this is what happens when you allow these things. It's not that I didn't try to get help. It's that nobody actually fucking cared. To this day, you still don't care. My friends showed me through their neglect that they never cared about me. When I was no longer able to wipe their asses for them, I didn't matter anymore. It was no longer about helping me, it was about telling me how to think and how to feel and treating me like I'm fucking retarded. There's a reason that I kept it a secret that I was autistic. Oh yeah, and fuck all of you. I hope I die soon. A life without love is not worth living. There's a reason that I couldn't feel loved after Natalie and that shit in Virginia. It's because nobody loved me. You know what it's like to live a life without love? To live a life where no matter how much you care, nobody actually cares about you. They care about their drugs. You let them hurt me. You made the conscious decision to look the other way and allow these people to hurt me. You did this. As you can tell, I'm still trying to show the fucking evidence. God damn it. Please kill me.